Okay, my friends, so this video is about disability, right? So we have different rules and guidelines for all countries, I believe. Some details that is in one is not in another, and so on. So this video is different than some others because I'm going to be asking you questions for you to understand our point of view and how we are going to eliminate hospitals and big clinics during these 28 weeks and other things as well. Okay? All right, let's go. Okay, so we have different types of disability, right? Have physical, developmental, behavior, emotional, sensory, and impaired disorders. So those are the basic, right, for most common disabilities. Okay, so let me ask you something. If a person, an elder, falls and break its hips, for example, so who is that fault? Or let's say, who is in charge of taking care of that, or who is responsible for that? So is that the doctor that didn't give the an appointment as soon as possible, or the person stop running, stop walking life, and it fell down and broke, or the person's not taking sun to have good bones, or not taking good calcium such as sesame seed, and like that goes. So if the person had an injury, right, an accident in a road or somewhere, so who is responsible for that, right? So we're not going to have cars for that reason as well, and everyone gonna be healthy. If a person is crossing the street, don't look one side, don't look the other properly. I teach my kids, always look to, but 3 times the best, because you look one side, another side, and look one more time just to make sure. Or even 4, 2 and 2, depends if the road is too busy or not. So we have to think with other points of view. For a person that has diabetes or cholesterol, for example, what is the right way? The person will go to the doctor, oh, I need my medicine. No, we need running, we need to work out, we need to improve the food we eat, right? So we're taking good care of our body. We have to love our body in a way that we spend time doing workout, we spend time every day doing stretchings and all these things we have been talking about, because all those things are very important. Okay, so let's say a few words about ADD, ADHD, right? So many schools nowadays, what they have? They have AC all around. For example, here in Florida, they took away children's recess for middle school and for high school. They don't have that anymore. And they don't have PE every year. They don't even have PE every semester. So these things are really wrong. I don't have idea how a person can put such a law. Because children and teens, they need to socialize. It's important for them to be talking, communicating, expressing themselves, hear others, all these details. But of course, if they are 6 hours a day or more inside, 6 or 7, right? Many are 7 hours. If they're inside classrooms, the windows are closed. They go to the school in a bus, closed. They come back from school in a bus, closed. All windows closed. How gonna be? They have. And many of those children, they get home, what happens? Screen time, AC, screen time, AC or heater, right? So we have to find a better way, my friends. Okay, because our children, all of us, we need microbes, we need good microbes for good and strong immune system. That's very important. Okay, so we have some children and teens with blindness. That's an issue because some places they have a lot of people on that condition. So for vision, we have the cataracts, the main concern. We also have vision problems for lack of sun. So we know that we need sun for all these things, right? For bone, for vision, for vitamin D, and many things. For skin, we need the sun, very important. And when we eat healthy and work out, we have better vision, right? Some people have vision problems from diabetes. So all this is gonna end because we're not going to have white sugar for sale and people are going to eat sweets with fiber. So all those things do count along the years. For blindness is a very delicate situation, but for those that born blind, they will already have their prayers right there, the clinic, and pray so they will born again. That's the only way, because we cannot have people that are blind or deaf. We need healthy people, strong and healthy people. And adults today that they're blind or deaf, we have to talk to them, do 2 weeks of prayers, and they can born right there. If they have someone from the same family, a very close friend that's pregnant at that time, instead of wasting time along the years, my friends, let's renew. They can born right there, in a few minutes right there, on this room that's going to be beside the clinic, when, the maternity clinic. Yes, so grandparents, great-grandparents, friends, if they need, let's pray for them and they're already born. If really needed, if the person is still too attached or something, 2 more weeks, total 4 weeks, done. Because we cannot have, all these things for disability problems, ramps, materials, separate computers and cell phones and objects and tags, even for residential community, for hotels, all these things by the door, it's not needed, not sustainable. Okay, so we're going to think in a better level for us. We're going to think that we're going to do prayers and the person can born again. And we'll born with a good and healthy body. It's important to keep saying this over and over and over, that the person, the spirit, will overcome that situation, so it won't born with the same problem. Because if we don't do our prayers properly, maybe it can happen. But we're all gonna be very smart and do things properly. So how are we gonna do? If the person born with a bad, like blind or deaf or with any other problem, what we have to do? Focus and keep saying that the person's going to be healthy, going to have great eyes, and of course their mothers need to eat healthy, need to take sun instead of being inside the house all the time. So everything will work. Instead of giving formula, the mother is going to be giving real milk. All these details are really important because we cannot be dependent on doctor. Oh, this hurts. Painkiller. Oh, I got prediabetes. Pills to that person. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got that. No, my friends. So instead of depending on the doctor, let's do our workout and eat healthy, because that's only you, the person, can run for yourself. And only you, the person, can really take care of yourself, because the spouse can help, but we are the ones, right? Get up in the morning, do your stretching, and then go run before or after, but go run every morning. Why? Because sometimes in the evening people are too tired to go running. All this detail, make your schedule and make it happen. So when you go run in the morning, make sure what time you have to leave for school or work. Oh, this time. Okay, so let's run the whole family. Or if you live in the children, and go run by yourself, they cannot stay by themselves. So all these details that are part of the family department, but it's important to be mentioned. We have to be organized, and as I said, we have to run every single day, at least 25 minutes a day. Run, jog, whichever you can. We have to do it. Okay, very important. Okay, psychological disorders. We know that, I know at least, that kids, teens, adults, they see too much. They're inside closed room all the time. They don't take sun, fresh air. They don't even see different trees, different plants, different flowers inside. They sit, go to the car, sit again, go home, sit again, and do nothing else. So what's gonna happen? We have, not everyone, but many people have problems from those situations they live at, and then they eat bad. Okay, done. So we have to be able to have a proper schedule, organized, and follow through, and then have a break during vacation days. Okay, so all these things are important, and during the school days we're going to have consistency and the same. And then when it's vacation, on vacation days you have a break, right? But you have to see how will be the break. Stretching, we don't have breaks. You can have a break for stretching on Sunday, but even that's important. Because those 10 minutes every single day of our life does count. Because some people, they can't even walk properly anymore, or they have their shoulders so bent forward, and many other problems. So we have to take care of inside, eating healthy, and the bones, right? Taking sun and proper calcium, and also outside, right? Do stretching, our effort, because we have to be able to be responsible for ourselves. And there's no one gonna say, oh, this is genetic, oh, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my school, this is my spouse. No, we make things happen. We're all adults, we make things happen. And we also take care of our children, teens, and young adults. Okay? All right, my friends. Some other things are related to lack of information and or laziness, one or the other, both combined. So we know nowadays that parents bring their children to the doctor to ask for medicine for ADD, ADHD. We cannot have that. Those children are gonna have liver problems and are not going to fix the cause of it. So if children don't play, don't have fun, never outside, don't communicate, only on their cell phones, video games, and TV, right? It does not work. We cannot make the doctor be responsible for us. So if they search up for natural healing practices, they're gonna find out. They need to be outside, Plant gardens, work out, and everything else we keep saying over and over. lots of water all the time, including during winter time. Oh, chopsticks, chopsticks. Oh, the lip is dry, the lip is dry. No. Drink more water, eat healthier, done. Rarely gonna need something for lips. And then you put a drop of olive oil, coconut oil, whichever you have in your city. Okay, so now for parents that never bring the kids out, never go to the park, never go to the beach, never go to the river, never go anywhere. Okay, so that's another problem because comes the weekend, we have to go out. Comes Sunday, Sunday's family day, right? We have to make good plans. Twice a month, do something really special. A state park, a national park, get the bus and go. Plan ahead, get organized, prepare some fruits or veggies, right? And leave really early in the morning, the first bus. If you're going far away, you have to get organized or go a day before or even Friday night, according to the organization rules and guidelines and also according to the person previous practices, but we have to do special things. Oh, and if the children never want to go, oh, that's another problem. But how are we going to fix that? All right, first they're not going to have cell phones, video games, iPad, iPods, and everything else, remote control items, drones, and all those things. So they will love to go outside. The other thing and that we are going to have, we parents, will have the new children, teens, and young adult new law. Very simple, very simple. It's mandatory. That's it. Otherwise, they're going to have consequences. They have to go, and everyone is to be enthusiastic about. If a parent asks the children of all ages, sons and daughters, right, of all ages, oh, shall we go out? Shall we have fun? It's mandatory to say, yeah, sure, Mom. Whoa, nice, Dad. It's mandatory. That's it. Everyone gonna be really respectful, really polite, and really enthusiastic for life. And communicative and, socialize with others. Forbidden to don't answer others. Neighbors, for example. Hi, good morning. It's forbidden to don't answer. Because all those things do count in life. Some people talk to their dogs, make the dogs, and spend money for dogs, but for others, they don't even say hi. That's wrong. Okay, so we are covering that part as well. So basically it's that. I think, I brought my point of view and our organization point of view in a way that you can understand the basics. For us to make our proper rules and guidelines for all our 10 departments. Because those videos, are for people to already watch them. Yes, they can watch, but our main objective with those videos is for the volunteers that will be writing and completing all our handbooks, because I'm giving a base, but we need professionals in each area, and I'm going also to check, me and Andrew, we are going to check all those items, the order we want, for the titles, we are going to check the order. And for the subtitles, they are going to be in alphabetical order. For us to have everything ready by the organization launching day. That's our main objective. Because instead of people watching these long videos that many times I'm preparing the videos while I'm talking to you because I have no time. It's too many things to do. So I improve this, that, and I make the subjects as I'm recording. I already record the video. I have no time for planning. So I'm very sorry. But that's the way we are going to make this happen. And then the volunteers gonna check and improve and write it all the handbooks we need. Okay, my friends, so here you already have an idea, and I wish you great, positive, happy, healthy days. Take care. Talk to you soon. I appreciate volunteers, all your work you're doing for our Clean Water and Peace organization. Thank you. The other thing that I want to say for people that have problems, we have to see how we approach them, because it can be very different from a little child, like 1 or 2 years old, or from an adult that have an impairment. For example, those that are blind or deaf and need a life renovation program with electric chair, because that's the most reasonable and sustainable, right? So right now, during the 28 weeks, for the countries that have injection, the person can have injection, but needs to study well, because need the second dose, sometimes doesn't work. The electric chair is the only one, far as I know, that really works. Put a white shirt on a person and done. Do really properly. The person is right there on the room, across, the wall from the maternity clinic, and we do right there, because we have to see we cannot be attached to a body. Body is a body God give to us, right? Nature give a body to us for us to respect, take care, be healthy and strong. But some people were already born that way, right? Some people, because of many other conditions that happen to their lives along the years or suddenly ones. But for many situations, that's what we're gonna do. The other thing is for wheelchairs as well. People will have 28 weeks. If they cannot be better during that time, they need to go to the life renovation program. Okay, so for people that really already have a severe mental dementia problem, I think the best is to do 2 weeks prayer and already send the person, because some of them can't even have proper memory, right? Long-term memory, or don't even recognize family members as well. So we have to see for each person what will be the best practice for each one. So we have Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, we have other types of dementia. We have to take care. But if it's little, I'm sure the person can catch up. Doing all these things can renew cells and catch up during these 28 weeks. For the other things are easier, like depression, anxiety disorder, panic disorder, compulsive disorder, or post-traumatic stress disorder, and so on. Because we can talk and the person gonna be already doing our program, we'll follow instructions really properly, and after that, the person for sure will start to renew cells and get better and better. The blood circulating from running. Those that cannot run can jog for sure. Okay, my friends, so for more details, you're gonna see at our handbook. Soon as it's ready, this is just a basic way for us to think how we are going to work with all these issues. And for those in wheelchairs, of course, we need to give them a few days. But for those with severe problem, the best is the life renovation program. So the person can already born again and renew life in a strong new body. Okay, it's just the way we think and the way we are going to inspire those people and motivate them and renew, and that's is the most important. So, because our work is to do things with in a proper, positive way. We want to be kind, we want to be respectful, polite, and also inspire people to be happy, right? So if they born again, have a new body, renew, they are going to have many years of happy, healthy life, right? Okay. All right, so I think basically it's that, and I talk to you soon. Take care and think well about your family members on those situations, and we go from there. I forgot another thing, because some people have problems that even that they seem okay, they cannot pass, for example, middle school class. They cannot attend properly high school classes. So for people with those type of developmental problems, we need to evaluate them individually and with a doctor, one or two, to examine really properly they have condition or not. Because if they cannot attend a middle school class, they cannot go to high school. But if they can attend a middle school class, they can go to high school. Because our objective is to don't have any singles in our planet. That's the main focus. Because if they marry, many of them that marry, they can heal along the years and become normal, regular, positive individuals that can evolve spiritually. What we don't want is people to be dependent of other people and never marry, be with their parents. So we cannot have that. Depending on what it is, because can be physical, can be emotional, can be mental, can be many different problems. But if they can attend, that's how I think, if they can attend middle school properly and pass, for sure they can do high school. Because if they get to that point, for everything that's in it, of course, PE, math, and everything else, they can do high school and they can marry, right? Because we have that law that they have to socialize when they are teenagers, so we won't have people, with any type of problem being home. Okay? All right. So, and we are going to state everything on this handbook. Which ones the family already will know that do not need to bring the person to a doctor, like for severe problems, like if it's, like for wheelchairs, for example, blind, deaf, and so on. And then for the other cases that the person needs to go to a doctor or to have a proper exam made, okay? All right. So thank you so much. And the other thing is that we are going to have MRIs only during these 28 weeks, because everyone will be mandatory, because it's not sustainable, not positive, not needed. There are machines that break and we're not going to have landfills. They are hard to be recycled, and people don't need them. Because we know that some people, for example, they know that they got cancer. What they do? They still eat in bed. Some people don't change, and they still want the chemotherapy that is bad for them. They still want medicine. They still eat in bed again. They still not walking, working out, or changing basic things for life. So we know this is true, right? Some people got diabetes. What they do? They still eating white bread, white rice, potatoes, a lot of juice. They cannot do that. They can eat fruit with fiber, but they cannot eat juice because it becomes sugar. We know these things. They still not working out. They still obese, and there goes. So MRI is not going to help anyone. What we are going to focus is to have natural medicine doctors and good chiropractors, for example. Very rarely a person gonna fall, for example. It may happen. Because if people are taking sun, they're going to have strong bones, strong muscles along the whole life. But we can have some, right? Chiropractic. They're going to fix the person right there. Boom, boom, done. Okay? And because everyone going to do things properly. Wear tennis shoes, not going to fall, and so on. Okay? And also for surgery. So MRIs and surgeries will be only used and made, right? Surgery is made during the 28 volunteer weeks. Because we don't need all those surgeries, and how many doctors place pins on people that they didn't even need because they get the money for the surgery. And surgery in the head, and surgery in the brain, and surgery for this and for that, and C-sections that were not needed. Some doctors don't even try. Instead of guiding people on how, if the person had already a C-section, right, a mother, instead of guiding that mother on how to have the following baby without C-section, they do exactly the opposite. They say, look, we are going to schedule C-section. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Many things in many countries are done in a wrong way. The right way is to do things most natural as possible. So the very few surgeries that we are going to have, we're going to have them listed. For example, for breasts that grow too much, that one we can still do, because so people won't have back problems. But with time, people are not going to have huge breasts. Women's not going to have that because we're not going to have all these synthetic hormones. Hormones in chickens, hormones in red meat, and there goes. So we're going to list them, what is really important, what's really needed. For example, cataract and things like that, we can still do those. Yes, of course, simple, very simple surgeries. But not big surgeries anymore. If the person really broke many things or out of place, life renovation program with electric chair, very simple. Because this way, people are going to pay attention, going to cross the street, going to pay attention. The floor is wet, not going to run with flip-flops. Going to always run with proper tennis shoes, and so on. Right? So people are going to be careful about themselves. We're not going to have health insurance. They're going to have attention on things they do, how they do. People falling from stairs? No, never, because they're going to do things in a proper way, right? Use proper stairs or proper lifts to fix buildings of roof and so on. We're not going to climb tall trees. We're not going to climb tall rifts, right? Mountains. We're not going to have those type of problems. Done. Oh, like the mountain. Okay, watch the mountain. But we're not going to have people climbing mountains, get crazy, get frozen and get helicopters to rescue them and so on. No, we're not going. We don't need those things. We have to be more simple, healthier, stronger, and also have inner strength. Control emotions, because sometimes kids or students or people, like things they do we really don't like, we have to control ourselves for us to live better. And for the other most common things are licit and illicit drug, already said, right? We're not going to have those for sale. A very few pharmaceutical synthetic drugs will be authorized for very important things, such as some vaccines in some countries. Other than that, we're going to avoid vaccines altogether because they're not needed, not good for the brain. Some of them, it's proven to damage the brain. Some of them are not good for the liver. Some of them give impotency to boys. And there goes a lot of problems. So I'm going to avoid them the most as possible. But for some specific countries, we still need to give vaccines until a few things are eradicated, right? In the natural way or with vaccines. So some of them we need. And for this, I need specialists in the area to let us know which ones we're still going to use and which ones are not needed. Because we see in some countries, people are healthier and they don't have all those vaccines. Imagine now how many people die of coronavirus vaccine. It makes no sense. Because healthy people that got coronavirus got for just maybe 4 days or so and it's over. But people that are not healthy have the whole year of symptoms, right? So, but not eating well, not working out, and then just get worse. The whole thing get worse. Don't feel well, and then with some disease get even worse. Okay, my friends, so basically is that. And the other thing is very, very important. For everything that we will do, we have to be safe. For everything. Land cleanup, be safe. Doing a house cleanup, be safe. Gonna clean up ceiling lamps, take the dust out and climb a ladder, be safe. Gonna replace a roof, be safe. We have to be 100% safe at all times. Gonna trim trees, be safe. Make mulch, be safe. To avoid the accidents, to avoid problems, right? Okay? Alright, all these details. Gonna do a field trip, be safe. Moving to another country, another city, another state. Do things properly. Organize what you have to organize fast. But make sure, check again, and then you do what you have to do for everything. Okay? For us to be safe. Gonna plant, gonna cross the street, gonna run, work out. Be organized. Do things with attention. Make sure. Talk. If you have a question, ask again. Right? But don't do anything in a hurry, like crazy. A hurry for things that you're used to, then is okay. Washing clothes, washing dishes, cooking, this is one thing. It's fine to run with those things. Do it fast. But for signing documents, for going to an interview, for everything that's different, or when you arrive at a new location, pay attention, get organized, make sure you have everything, or if you come into a conference, okay? All right, so there's these very different things that we can run. Run with daily things, sweeping, mopping, and that is fine, but not for things that we're not used to do. Plant a garden, oh, let's get it done. No, let's plan, organize, get the materials. Okay, we're starting today or tomorrow. What else is basic need? Or we have the basic needs. So people will see you as a person and also for yourself to get your own self in a good position. Always be stable, organized, peaceful. Okay? All right? And also to receive people, because many people going to be moving, right? And people of all sorts going to be moving to all countries, right? In warm areas. And we have to welcome them well and also feel well, all right? So good luck, my friends, and have a very positive and productive day.